Hey everybody, I'm Norris with the Norris Group. It is June 16th, and how are you feeling about Wall Street buyers entering into the real estate investment space? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. You don't want to miss the radio show and the podcast this week. We continue with renovating our buying systems as part of the California-only investor series we've got as part of our subscription. What we're doing is we're adding an entire piece on the back end of each strategy. And this week we're covering buying system number 3, agents who control inventory. And of course, agents who control inventory changes greatly depending on where we're at in the market here in California. And this week we welcome Molly and Chris Silva. Their family has been in the REO business for a very long time, so they play both the realtor and the REO agent side of the business. And it's a fascinating look about how they deal with inventory, how they deal with investors, how that's changed because of technology. So don't miss the radio show this week. Mortgage delinquencies decreased 0.8% to 4.4% in March. That's their lowest in 10 years. The National Association of Home Builders reported builder confidence continues to remain strong. It dipped slightly down to 67 from 69. Freddie Mac reported mortgage rates increased just slightly. 30-year rates are now at 3.91% and 15-year rates at 3.18%. And jobless claims are at their lowest in 3 weeks, with unemployment as a whole being at its lowest in 16 years. Realtor.com released their latest list showing the best cities to live depending on whether you are a morning or a night person. These listicles are cracking me up. The factors they considered when they developed this list included the average time people go to bed in these cities, the percentage of buyers who use their site after 10 p.m., so those night owls looking at real estate. I was one of them last night. The percentage of those who work late night shifts, the number of late night establishments and food delivery times, and the percentage of movie and Eventbrite starting after 10 p.m. That was an interesting metric. So for the best cities, if you're a morning person, Honolulu, Hawaii, Denver, Colorado, Scottsdale, Arizona, Bakersfield, California, and Arlington, Virginia. And if you're a night person, none of these surprise me except one: New York, New York, Las Vegas, Nevada, New Orleans, Louisiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Miami, Florida. Party City, Cincinnati, what's going on there? The California coast is among the most coveted real estate, but it remains difficult to develop. The California Coastal Commission often favors projects that are open to the public, like retail and hotels. Adding to the challenge, there is high demand for space that is not readily available, along with logistical and environmental factors, which play a huge role in cost, especially that environmental piece. All these factors leads to a drastic increase in the cost of development as well. The few seaside areas that are seeing increased activity are Playa Vista, Marina del Rey, San Pedro, and Huntington Beach. Most of these developments are mixed use and higher density, and some are really cool projects that you'll have to check out. But hey, all that added traffic coming to the beach areas, watch out. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates this week for the 3rd time in 6 months, with plans for 1 more time this year and possibly 3 times in 2018, or so they're talking about. As long as the economy moves ahead as expected, the Feds will start to take a look at their $4.5 trillion debt that they currently owe and that are on the books. They are currently monitoring the inflation situation, hoping the annualized rate hovers around 2% this year, and they can move forward with their normalization plan to get some of that debt off the books. Looks like the hot market just is getting hotter as summer arrives, according to CNBC. It's all about supply and demand. The number of listings in May were down 11% lower than last year, equating to an average of only 2.7 months of supply. That's really low. The average household last month in only 37 days, and that's down from a previous record only a month before at 40. The American city leading the pack is Denver, with homes going under contract within 6 days. San Jose made the list, but their number of listings drops 31%. iBuyers, it's that term being used for tech companies that are seeking to disrupt the real estate market and include companies like OfferPad and Opendoor. It's why Zillow probably launched their instant offer functionality that we've heard about in the last 30 days and people are freaking out about. The play? They are getting rid of one of the biggest hassles in real estate: certainty, cash, and convenience. The 3 C's, right? Of course, we Main Street investors have been knowing this all along, and that's what we've been doing for years. Well, well-funded tech companies are hiring top talent away from companies like Amazon and Zillow, so it's unlikely they're going to go away. It's basically the CarMax model applied to real estate. But will sellers bite? Well, Zillow Instant Offers is live with their model. Instead of just an all-cash offer from one of 15 institutional investors that Zillow has approved, a potential seller is pit against the realtor's opinion of what they think they can get for the seller, and it's compared the two, and the seller gets to choose. Well, an Inman story this week shared that since launch, no investor offer has been accepted, but one agent has received a few listings from this. Will this Wall Street buyer become more of a player and a competitor for us on Main Street, or is it a completely untapped market? I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video. And if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. Upcoming events next week, June 20th, we'll be down in San Diego at NSD-REI doing their 13th annual dinner party. This is a little bit of an unusual event because we do a one-on-one interview. The questions are always so good. It's not a regular canned speech. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about timing, but if you're in the San Diego area, we'd love to see you. June 22nd, we'll be doing the 10 life-changing days of a real estate investor in Orange County at the South Orange County Real Estate Investment Club. July 11th, an intimate evening with Bruce Norris. It sounds a little scandalous, but it's a one-on-one interview with the team at Prosperity Through Real Estate. If you're in LA, we'd love to see you. And then August 16th, 10 life-changing days. We'll be doing that for the Real Estate Investors Association with Invest Club for Women. So hope to see you there. And I Survive Real Estate, we'll be officially announcing it next week, but details about all of our juicy speakers, some of the favorites of all time, you can check out isurviverealestate.com. With that, for more information on hard money lending, including fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction in Southern California and Northern California, starting at just 6.9%. Check out all the private money loan details at thenorrisgroup.com. And for passive investing with trust deeds, check out tngtrustdeeds.com. With that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.